Christmas is my favorite time of the year, so why not just celebrate Christmas all the time? Can I get your... Do you want to cut the Christmas tree? Oh, I have to cut it to get the thing? How selfish do I want to be?
This game has serious content warnings.
Welcome back to Omori. Last time we played... I don't remember everything we did, because the thing that stuck out to me the most is getting very frustrated with the dino dig. Getting caught in that corner with the ginger and the cilantro and just the ginger. A lot of experience. Very frustrating. It also makes it easier to move on to the main story when the side quests are extremely frustrating. So, here we are. And of course my urge is to do more side quests now that we have the joke book. That will have to be for later. So, we are on a quest for Basil in the Firefly Forest. There's only 3 more areas after this, so if the amount of areas are a good representation of how far we are into the game, maybe we're halfway through? Maybe. Don't quote me on that. I also don't know if there's anything in the Orange Oasis that is story related, because I just wandered in there. Also, I just noticed that there's a castle. Is that a sweetheart thing? There's a giant heart on there. Again, the mirror, like... I had said last time that so much of this game, for me, as I play it, I first started off like I do with a lot of games, was like, is there mental health? Like, how is this being portrayed? Where I question with a lot of ifs. I take a lot of things with a grain of salt. But now that I've played so much into the game and I see how things are portrayed, it's not an if, but it's about a how. I really do feel like the game and the storytelling and the plot leans so much into Chekhov's gun, where everything is for a reason and a purpose. You just don't always know what that reason and purpose is. So that means that I look at this mirror going, why? Why is it here? What purpose does it have? It's at all these save locations, but there's no purpose behind it. Just because we don't know what the purpose is doesn't mean it's not there. So, I don't know, I keep looking at it going, why do you exist? Also, cat ears. So, Aubrey has bunny ears right now. Defense and speed increase. What do cat ears do? Oh, speed and defense that are not as great. We had to do something to earn the bunny ears. Oh, we had to slaughter bunnies. Oops. So, things you earn tend to have better benefits than things you just find. Oh, you again. Where am I going? How am I supposed to do all of that all at once? Also, I keep like running into dead ends. Oh, no. Yes! Yes! There's a watermelon in the back left. How much do I want it? I wanted it a lot. For a tomato? Hero will like it. Do we just eat the tomato plain? We're not even gonna put it into like a BLT? 100 heart and 50 juice. I guess that was worth it. I didn't have to try multiple times. I shouldn't complain about it. Okay, we're fixing the tracks, I'm assuming. I think I still have 2 segments that I can use, so I still have 1 more after this. What? I don't like those potted plants. No. Explode everywhere. Oh! I thought the bear was gonna be friendly. It's not. It also looks very angry. Okay. I actually have to pay attention to what I'm doing. I think the game lured me into a sense of false security. It's like, oh, I don't have to pay attention to emotions. No, I really should. Okay, sad poem. Aubrey is going to headbutt and hope the headbutt goes after annoy. And you do fast food. Sweet. Yeah, annoy went out first. It's not very often in life that you hear that as a good thing. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that I annoyed you before you did something. It's also, again, not very often you hear someone say, oh, let me read a sad poem before I stab you. Ooh. Or headbutt you. I would love it, Hero, if you had an AoE heal. Like, that would be fantastic. I thought the bear would be nice. Like, we grow up with stuffed animal bears. That was not the case. There wasn't even like a reward for it. Oh, the mushroom is like a real thing. Hello, stranger. I am Mush, and my lifelong dream has always been to be eaten and enjoyed. Will you finally grant my wish and eat me? Ooh. There's a part of me that goes, is this a drug thing? And there's another part of me that goes, I mean, I can't, I'm not processing this. Yes? Oh, thank you, stranger. You don't know how grateful I am for this. That mush. Is that... Oh! We have other items. Rubber ball, blood orange. Oh, the blood orange makes our juice go up significantly. Our attack goes up. Our luck goes down. Ooh, but the luck only goes down by 2. Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah. A later old meteor, what are the chances? So, like, that really leans into the luck thing. Okay. So, okay. I'm not getting rid of Hector, but, like, a mush. No. Okay, so it... I think the yellow items are... the... Okay. The yellow items have been the key items. It's been a while since I've gotten a weapon, so I can't remember what color they are. It's not a charm. It's not... Oh, weapon. What is that? What was it? Pocket? Was it an important item? Is it literally a snack because you're supposed to eat it and I'm just overthinking it? That's a distinct possibility. It is. Yep, that's the one. Can't wait to be eaten. Makes a friend slightly stronger. Oh, well, that one I want. Who do I want to be stronger? Aubrey? I really like that counter and that headbutt. Aubrey, here's some mushrooms to eat. Oh, that sentence. Mush was full of excitement as he was being chewed. How often do you hear that in your life? Not very. Mush granted. Whoa! 1 heart, 1 juice, 1 attack, 1 defense, 1 speed, and 1 luck. Holy cow, Aubrey! You're a lucky duck. You're free. So if there is a ladder, and we're not afraid of drowning, so I'm assuming that's where we go after this. That's how the game has progressed so far. We can't find Basil in a section. We go to the next section. We conquer a fear in that section. So water is next. I'm sorry. I was apparently trying to do some exposure therapy work for you there and you weren't ready. That's fair. As a non-joking comment about that, when we are working on our anxiety with exposure work, we are always in charge of it. It may not feel that way because our natural instinct with that is to avoid the things that make us feel anxious. So in this example, like Omori's natural instinct would be to avoid the things that make him feel anxious. But if we're actively working on this with a therapist, we're going against that instinct, so it always feels uncomfortable. But even with that, you are always in charge. You always get to decide, this is still too much for me and I'm not comfortable with doing that. And I think that that's really important to recognize, because so much of the time we tell ourselves, I have to work through this trauma, or I have to work through this anxiety. And that sometimes means that we tell ourselves, because we're constantly telling ourselves, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to heal, I have to get better. We have a hard time seeing, maybe I need to take a step back for just a second, and maybe that is a part of how I'm healing right now. I say that as I get attacked by a potted plant. Please stop. Please don't explode over everybody. That would be great. Oh! What do you know? What the heck is this thing? It's kind of slimy and smells like bad apples. There's more forest on the other side of this lump. Come on, Aubrey, smash this thing to smithereens. What's this? You're asking me for help? That response makes me think of when people are like, hang on, say it again, but let me record it. How rare. Step aside, I'll show you how it's done. I'm gonna give this strange lump all I've got. You don't hear that sentence very often. Is it spider eggs? Don't be spider eggs, because then they'll just go everywhere. Well, this is embarrassing. Guess we should find another way past this thing. Yes, let's do that. Is this where the train tracks come into play? Nope. I don't like the potted plant. I really want to stay away from the potted plant. Because we have all the train tracks. Yeah. The train thing. The train set is complete. Alright. Let's jump on the train. Train tracks actually work like that. I know that's kind of a trope sometimes in games where it's like, this is, you're just riding the train tracks, but like, is that how that would work? If you, whoa, this is zooming, where you could just like push yourself along? Ah. Is that a girl on top? The tracks just end. Okay. It's weird to have someone who's not Omori out front. I know that can happen, but... Oh! Hi, Mari. I just saw you. No, I don't want to wait here. I just wanted to make sure it worked. Basil, are you here? I was confused by the cutscene. Basil! Where are you? Doesn't look like Basil's here either. Hey, look, it's Mari. Mari! I don't think they've ever been so happy to see Mari. Usually it's just like, oh, this exists. Like, let's go heal, right? Oh, hello, everyone. You all made it through the forest. I'm so proud of you. Mari, I was so scared. Hero, this is kind of embarrassing. Hey, like, Hero's looking for comfort. I mean, we don't have to shame, blame, and guilt him. We all have our own things that, from our past or just in general, that make us feel uncomfortable, that we don't like. It's times like these that I really wish Basil was here. He could tell Hero about how spiders are harmless and good for nature or something. Maybe then he wouldn't find them so creepy. I'm not sure if that would help him right now. I mean, I've said this before, but we usually know that the things that make us anxious are not the most logical things. Oh, Hero. You're going to have to deal with this eventually. These things will only get worse over time. I mean, there's an element of truth to that. It's like anxiety is a little voice that says, what if something horrible happens in the future? With spiders might be like, what if you get bitten? And realistically, that could happen, yes. And we know that these things can happen, but they're not likely. Unless you're in Australia, and I don't know how likely that is. But our anxiety exaggerates it to the point where we feel like it's not just a possibility of it happening, it's a certainty. And so then we get preoccupied in the current moment with things that could happen in the future, but we see them as a certainty. So with something like a spider bite, we become, it's like this anxiety is this, you can think of it like a voice, or you can think of it like a toxic friend that convinces us it is a certainty that we will get bitten. That's, I guess, an analogy for anxiety. So do we have to deal with these things eventually? Yes, but another thing that often happens with anxiety is we avoid these things because we feel so uncomfortable about these concepts. And avoiding that doesn't really help. It feels like it helps in the moment. So I think we hear this a lot when we're kids. Like, you're going to have to deal with this eventually. You're going to have to deal with learning how to take tests. You're going to have to deal with learning how to deal with people. That's usually a big one that I feel like teens and kids hear. And technically, that's true. These are things that are super helpful to learn. But I feel like sometimes hearing that also really minimizes what we're experiencing in the moment. It's almost like saying things are only going to get worse when you're an adult, so you better buckle up, kind of a thing. So I feel like these things can be really valid for us. No matter what we're experiencing, it's all valid. Our feelings are valid, our experiences are valid. I like how this game really captures the way that people can talk about anxiety. People who can be supportive might still say things that aren't the most supportive. And I like how the game really captures that. Maybe. Or maybe I'll naturally outgrow it. You never know what the future brings. Maybe that's why the kids want to grow so much. We'll just outgrow everything that's scary. Oh, we'll just hide behind cute images. I wonder what this picnic is then. This forest is a lot scarier than the one near the playground. And a lot older, too. It does have a mysterious air about it, doesn't it? I heard there used to be a huge library filled with books here. But since no one took care of it, over time the library slowly sank into the ground. Who told you that, Mari? Oh, just some shadows here and there? That's not scary. It's like the boxes that whispered. If you focus, you could see them too. Whatever, let's not. Reading's boring. Who wants to read anyways? Where is this library now, Mari? Well, if I were to guess, I would say, or it would be right beneath us. Like, underground? Yeah. Somewhere around here, probably. Like that one Demi who was wanting interesting books. That idea that this forest is older but also scarier reminds me of this idea that I think as kids we often look at being an adult and we're often like, oh yeah, I want to be an adult because then things will be better. And then we become adults and we're like, oh yeah, there's really shitty things that come with being an adult. Like taxes and bills and adult worries and things like that. That's what it makes me think of. All right. Are you stoned? Okay. Huh. Is there, like, a Medusa thing? Is it all petrified? There's a lot of them. I don't like this. It's a lot. Holy cow, that's a lot. That's... That's Omori. time, Hero's like, I'm scared of spiders, and he pops up in this afraid status. And we're fighting this, like, centipede, millipede, sprout mole type creature. Where its body is made of these really sad-looking sprout moles. And Hero's there with this big old grin on his face, like, I'm fine with this. This is fine. Everything's fine. Oh, who are you? Oh, okay, King Crawler. I am assuming that I have to really work on emotions with this. So, counter for your first one, Aubrey. You, Kel. Oh, no, don't attack. Let's annoy Aubrey, as you do. I just realized, holy cow, that is why they annoyed each other so much in the beginning. It's like building up to this whole thing about how Kel has the emotion of annoy, but it's Aubrey who has like the headbutt. Like, it builds off their personalities and their character about how he's just always the one who pokes her and pokes her and pokes her, and until she explodes, right? They just annoy each other, and that's how it shows up in the fighting, but also just like in their personalities in the game. They each mirror each other in different ways. Wow. Sometimes I feel like I catch on to things really quick, and sometimes I'm not the brightest bulb in the box. Everybody's gonna have an emotion except for Kel. Okay, well now I know how much damage it does, which is what I was waiting for. And whenever I do that, there's like a moment of pause where it's like, am I making a mistake by not like overhealing? Sprout Mole appears. Oh, you'll just like summon minions. I don't like that. Lost Sprout Mole or King Crawler. I hate when stuff like this pops up in games because then there's this choice of which is more efficient, to get rid of the ads first and then to focus on like the main thing, or to focus on the main thing and then get rid of the ads, because then they won't keep summoning the ads, right? Let's just focus on you because you're already down a decent chunk. Headbutt. King Crawler. Oh, but I could do rebound. Damage everybody. That works. And then you will do cook. Just regular cook. Aubrey. That was rude. Eats it! Oh, so you make an ad to eat it. Don't heal. Don't heal, don't heal. Oh, you're... oh, you healed and you're happy. Okay, so I've learned to kill the Sprout Mole. Oh, I don't need to use special attacks. I can just regular attack. At this rate, I will never see what that, like, all-out attack is. Or maybe I will. I'm just I'm overestimating myself. Oh, 2,610 experience. Okay, so wait. That Dino Dig place gave more experience than a boss? How does that work? Was I really not supposed to be there? And Sprout Mole masks. Do we have to disguise ourselves as Sprout Moles? That's hilarious. I also realized I didn't find weapons in this area. I'm assuming that the orange came from the Dino Dig place. Oh, Sprout Mole Village. Okay. So that's one of the other areas. So after this, there's... something... back? Something? There's no DF or X. I should have known about DX. Okay, so... there's only 2 places we haven't found then. It's very pretty and regal. Some juicy tomatoes. Sometimes you have the most random food, Mari. It starts off very sugary. And now it's very... savory? Very interesting. I'm sorry, Mari, we should talk. These sprout moles are such funny little creatures. I just want to pick one up and squish it. Did you know sprout moles really love tofu? I bought some tofu at a tofu stand earlier. Feel free to try some. Okay. Hello, strange-looking sprout moles. Yes, that is us, strange-looking sprout moles. Are you here to see Sweetheart's Quest for Hearts? If so, you've come to the right place. This sold-out extravaganza spectacular will be starting very shortly. Wait a second, I know this show. We have front row tickets for it. Haha, I can see it now. A dazzling epic tale about the hardships of romance. Heartbreak. Betrayal. Desperation. Are you sure this hasn't been just like overly dramatized to sell tickets? Loneliness. Oh, the drama. This is going to be so fun. I can't wait to be swept off my feet. Oh, I don't know. I guess it looks interesting. But now it doesn't seem like the right time. But you promised we could earlier. Please, hero. We should at least check it out. Please, 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 please. Well, alright. Hopefully this won't take too long. If I may have your show tickets, please. Oh, yes, of course, Mr. Sproutmole, sir. We have our tickets right here. Aubrey reached into your pocket and took out the show tickets. It'd be really nice if people just stopped reaching into my pockets. Here you go, Mr. Sproutmole. Oh my. I can't believe my eyes. These are front row tickets. You all must have made some great sacrifices to be here today. I mean, not us. Just the Sproutmoles that we stole, hijacked, didn't return them from. Yeah. I applaud you. Forgive me for calling you strange looking earlier. I mean, for Sproutmoles, we are. At a second glance, you four are the most normal looking Sproutmoles I've ever seen. Please enjoy your front row seats, fellow normal looking Sproutmoles. This idea of like, you are rich or have privilege. So let me adjust my version of what I'm talking about to match that. I don't want to accidentally insult you. Okay, a table full of merchandise of an obnoxious looking person. So are we doing this now? Is this what we're doing? Okay. Are we gonna see Rosie? This isn't... We're not sticking out at all. Wow, look at this huge stage. It's just as amazing as I imagined. Let's take our seats. It looks like the show's about to start. Nobody behind us will be able to see. Yeah, let's take our seats. I don't know what I'm getting myself into. What are you wearing? Sprout Mole Mike. Ladies and gentle moles, welcome to a special episode of Sweetheart's Quest for Hearts. I was under the impression that Sweetheart was like a singer. Is this like a whole dramatic like thing? Before our show, we wanted to take a moment to honor the life of someone who has been an inspiration to us all. Our beloved leader, Ye Olde Sprout. Oh. About that. Shit. He was truly the father that none of us deserved. This is so awkward. Let us have a moment of silence in memory of him. Kel, don't say anything. May he rest in peace. That's so awkward. And now, on to the show! Especially because I don't think we could have avoided that! Last time on Sweetheart's Quest for Hearts, our favorite princess, once again, failed to fall in love with any of the eligible bachelors. Oh my gosh, is this like... What was that show? Where they would... It was like, in the 70s, where they would have like a contestant on one side, the like bachelorette or whatever on one side, and then she got to like blind ask the like bachelors questions, and she couldn't see them, right? And then she would decide which one she wanted to like date, and it would be like Bachelor 1 or Contestant 1, and then you'd ask like a silly question and then get to hear his responses. What was that show called? I don't know. That's what this reminds me of. But like, Sweetheart is the contestant and the producer and all of that stuff. So she gets to make it go however she wants. That's what this reminds me of. This is what instantly popped into my head, and I don't know what that show is called. This time, we've rounded up 3 new, very attractive contestants. Will one of them be able to capture Sweetheart's heart? Let's reveal them now. Please tell me that's the exact way that this show is set up. Contestant number 1 is a local of Sprout Mole Village. He's coming in at 3 feet tall. His favorite food is tofu. He has a huge collection of plastic flamingos and enjoys long walks through narrow tunnels. Give it up for contestant number 1. I was waiting. I was like, there needs to be an applause sound effect here. Contestant number 2 is, yep, you guessed it, also a local of Sprout Mole Village. I mean, no wonder she hasn't found, like, a lot of spark here, if she is not also a Sprout Mole. Careful, he's coming in hot at 3 feet and 1 whole inch. His hobbies include walking, running, and crawling. His favorite color combination is brown and green, and he spends his weekends rolling around in dirty laundry. Spicy. Give it up for contestant number 2! This game has so many creative moments. I appreciate it. And now for something completely different. Oh? Contestant number 3. Oh, it is completely different. Comes all the way from Otherworld. When you first said completely different, I'm like, is it really? But it is. It's like he just fell out of the sky. Literally. According to him and us, that makes him a catch. Give it up for Snaily. Oh, come on. You can applaud more than that. Just because someone is different doesn't mean they don't deserve appreciation for their own individual qualities. And now is the moment you've all been waiting for. Dim the lights, please. She emits beauty. She exudes grace. She truly has the most this is ruining the moment. She has the most
pulchritudinous
face. Yes, you know who we're talking about. She's all that is amazing and wonderful, and she is just about to set foot on this very stage. Please give a big warm welcome to the one, the only, the magnificent Sweetheart. Uh-oh. Do not make one of us go on stage to be a contestant with Sweetheart. Please do not do that to me. Just watching the drama unfold has been a lot. Oh no, there's a blackout. Now what do we do? I have to know what happens next. Aubrey, please don't. Do not make one of your peers do this for you to see this conclude. Let's wait it out. I'm sure the Sprout Moles will get the power back on in no time. Help, we don't know what to do. Help, we don't know what to do either. Help, 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 help. That's not a guilt trip at all. Well, maybe we should look around just in case. That wouldn't be weird at all. Like, there's sudden panic. And all of a sudden, some strange-looking, like, Sprout Moles just start, like, peeking around and poking around at things that, like, other Sprout Moles have no idea how it works. Oh, okay, I can't go up there. Cool. There's, like, nothing in the corner. What am I supposed to be looking for, then? I gave up my soul for this seat. Oh. I gave up my house for this seat. College savings? What? Entire supply of... Was it worth it? Sweetheart is perfect. She makes no mistakes. That's not possible. The show hasn't even started and I'm already shaking. Why won't the shaking stop? She's goddess walking amongst us. We are so blessed. Is this fans or a cult? I feel like I should stop talking to the moles. I don't... Do I leave? Okay. Wow, I guess the blackout affected all of Sprout Mole Village too. Hero, what do we do now? Don't worry, Aubrey. This is where my handyman experience comes into play. In cases like this, we should probably be looking for some kind of backup generator. Well, that was an experience. Who are you? Fidget, fidget, fidget. Hush, hush, hush. Okay. Can I help you? Hey, you there. You creatures seem like well-seasoned travelers. Could you help me out? My brother lives in the Sprout Mole colony in Otherworld. Yeah, I remember that. Isn't there something about their brother? I don't remember. I want to send him a care package, but I'm afraid of it getting lost. Would you be able to deliver this for me? Yeah, when I go back for the joke book. Thank you, kind strangers. Or strange creatures. I'm sure he'll appreciate it. Here you go. I know a care package. Okay. Make sure it gets to him safely. Okay. Backup generators always makes me think of games like, anything Naughty Dog. A lot of leaves there, buddy. Is that a wood-shaped door there? This room is for Sprout Moles only. Okay. What? You got floof. Oh, it's a chef's hat. Sous chef mole. How dare you speak such blasphemy? It is only common knowledge that tofu is better when served hot. Are you mad? Any Sprout Mole with decent sense knows that tofu is better when served cold. Hey, there's no need to fight. Why don't you two come to a compromise? Who knows? Maybe you're both right. Or maybe you can cook tofu in a way that hasn't been done yet. Somewhere between hot and cold, like, I don't know, lukewarm? Ew. Lukewarm tofu. That's the worst idea I've ever heard. Even cold tofu is better than that. So like you helped unite them through a shared hatred. Lukewarm tofu, I want to throw up. Even hot tofu is better than that. Ah yes, welcome. You must be here to learn about the best culinary feat since sliced bread. Tofu. Yeah, that's what I want to learn. C'est magnifique. Here's your tofu trivia for the day. Since tofu is high in soy content, it is not good for you if you have kidney stones. If you wish to learn more about the amazing and magnificent tofu, feel free to talk to me again. Ho ho! I did not know that. Is that honestly true? Okay. What do you have to say? Oh! We are two. We are one. We are one? Okay. What's in here? No humans allowed. I cannot be disturbed right now. This room is occupied. Is that like a dunce cat? Oh, yep. It's a dunce mole. I said it, but I didn't expect it. This this wall is nice and cold. Oh my gosh, are you getting like math lessons? I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know how to say that. Despite all my rage, I'm still just a mole in a cage. Is that a song reference? Do you think we'll all be friends after we graduate? Oh, hey, look at this cool thing I drew. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. There's that thing. That shadow thing. Oh my gosh, the S. Oh. Oh my gosh. That like stereotypical 3D S thing that was so common to draw. No, I don't want to cut the wire. In like grade school and stuff where it's like, I'm cool now because I know how to draw this. And it was cool back in the time, or back in the day. You know, and then you get older and you look at it and it's like, is that cool? I don't know. Cool is very subjective. There was a time when bell bottoms were cool and then they weren't cool and now they're cool again. I don't know. Cool is subjective. I'm working on revolutionary technology that will change all life in the colony. Nay, the world. Okay, you got one of those, yeah, one of those bird things. I don't know if I should cut the wire. Yep, I should cut the wire. Oh, wait. Can I talk to you first? Or is it like an instant? King Carnivore Root. I probably should not have done this. I was like, maybe I can talk to them. Like, maybe I can use my charisma. Please don't be like an instant death. Please don't have this be a repeat of what I had before. Yeah, let's attack the root. I don't want everybody to be happy. That sounds awful. That's not how I meant it. In the game, that still sounds awful. I want to be able to use my attacks that go better with emotions that aren't happy. That's how I meant it. Oh, it sounds bad to say. I don't want people to be happy. Not how I meant it. This is beefy. Please don't keep trying to make everybody happy. I'm assuming if I attack the full root, the full thing, the roots will come with it. Ooh, but what about that rebound? And some fast food for Aubrey. Woo! I shouldn't. I'm just gonna drop the thing on you. Why would you hang an anvil there? Oh! I tried to take a more diplomatic route. It's also a really big lava lamp. I tried to take a more diplomatic route. Sorry, buddy. There's a lot of watermelons. Orange juice. Combo meal. Life gem. Okay, bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad. I just assumed that I would find a generator or whatever I was looking for down there. I did not. Down here. Oh, a joke! A joke! I have a joke. Is that a sprout mole in a dryer? Oh. Why couldn't the bicycle stand up by itself? I was too tired. Excellent. You recorded the joke in your joke book. Okay. This is working out. Oh, there's Christmas down there and a block square. A block sprout mole. There's so much going on down here. A bird mole. Ah, winter. It may be snowing outside, but the winter is time for friends and family. Cuddling next to a warm fire, sharing stories, sipping on hot cocoa, and most importantly, taking a breather after a long year. Winter is the best season, don't you agree? No? Oh, this does not bring me joy. Fall, autumn leaves, comfy clothes, the smell of cinnamon. The perfect time to cuddle up with a book. And with holidays right around the corner, you just gotta love fall. Fall is the best season, don't you agree? No? Okay, so we're choosing a season? Well, I don't... Spring would be my favorite season. Nope, summer. The sand, the sun, ew. The beach, the waves. Not to mention summer vacation. Finally some time for rest and relaxation. That's what life is all about. Summer is the best season, don't you agree? No. Boo. Spring. Spring brings us beauty. Spring brings us joy. Spring brings us life. Spring brings us weather that is not too hot or too cold. Spring brings us rejuvenating spirit to start things anew. Spring is the best season, don't you agree? Yes. Ah, yes, spring is the best. I am glad you agree. Here's a gift from me. Please enjoy it. You got watering pail. Okay. Pick up the pace, boys. We gotta make haste. We're trying our best, Warden. This is as fast as we can go. This reminds me of that Black Mirror episode. Why isn't this working? I feel sick. Just keep running, moles. Nothing gets done without a little sweat. Faster, men. We must push ourselves to the limit and strive for a better or brighter tomorrow. Why are you important? It was just unplugged. This wire isn't plugged into the outlet. Plug it in, yeah. Does it just get brighter? What'd I say? Mole's hard work pays off. Now keep running. It's not because I plugged it in. Can we hang out with our friends on the treadmills? Do you want to exercise with your friends? And Hero's just like plugging along. That's fair. Not everybody likes cardio. And not everybody who likes cardio likes treadmills. Okay, good night. Thank you. Is this the collection of the flamingos? Oh, you are like person thing. Humble abode of Rosa. Oh, right. Rosa is here somewhere. Rah, rah. The #1 sweetheart fan in the world. Okay. That's why that place is decorated like the theater thing, because she's the #1 sweetheart fan. Sprout moles, while intelligent, are also very obsessive creatures. As you can see, I lack any semblance of self-control. Okay. Why do sprout moles like flamingos? What's with the Christmas? Box mole. Christmas is my favorite time of the year, so why not just celebrate Christmas all the time? I don't think that that's how that works. Can I get your... Do you want to cut the Christmas tree? Oh, I have to cut it to get the thing? How selfish do I want to be? Yes. Oh, I'm so sorry! Christmas is ruined. I'm sorry. I just realized that the window changed from snow to fire. I'm so sorry. I should have realized it was a present. It's so hard to get a good night's sleep lately. If only I had something to make the experience of sleeping more comfortable. Like... what? A teddy bear? Aren't I supposed to find a teddy bear here? Somewhere? In the castle, right? Oh, did I go up here? No. Hello, sir, ma'am. Would you be interested in purchasing some fine tofu? It will cost you exactly 1 clam. Yes. Thank you for your patronage. You got tofu. Nope, I wanted to talk to you? Not. I respect your decision. It never hurts to have tofu on you at all times. I know I've gotten out of plenty of sticky situations with tofu. Look at me. I am truly the most beautiful sprout mole. Am I not? This game is never uninteresting. That can definitely be said for it. Okay, well, bye, Murray. I'm gonna go to a concert, I think. Mustache mole. Someone, please help me. I am in need of a handsome young gentleman. I knew it. I knew it. Is it gonna be Hero? You, yes! You there in the striped pants. It's Hero. You magnificent beast. Oh, yes, you look like you'll do just fine. I knew it. Oh, wow. Why, thank you. I don't know what to say. Please, kind sir, will you help out a poor, lowly mole? I am desperately in need of your service. Well, since you asked so nicely, how can I refuse? Oh, Hero, you have such people-pleasing tendencies sometimes. Thank you, young lad. You are too generous. Please come this way now, Chop Chop. Wait, hold on. Can my friends come too? Ah, yes, your friends. You are all here to see Sweetheart's quest, yes? If so, you will all meet again soon enough. Now come, sir, we must make haste. Time is short. What are you gonna look like when we see you again? Hero left the party. Oh. Isn't that the first time besides, like, Basil? That's weird. I don't know how I feel about that. This is uncomfortable. Greetings, Sweetheart fans. We apologize for the short intermission. Welcome back to our regularly scheduled program. During the break, we regret to inform you that a tragic accident has occurred right here on this very stage. Yes, at this time, we announce the sudden loss of contestant number 3. They didn't even give them a name. We will remember him fondly for the few seconds that we got to know him. He was truly a unique and irreplaceable soul. You say that, but yet you are going to replace him. But the show must go on. Please give a warm welcome to our new contestant number 3. Hailing all the way from the vast forest, it's our hero in shining armor. Oh. Oh no! So anxious. Get this, guys. Hero's a real hunk, standing at a whopping 5'7". Hero, you're tall for a kid. His passions include baking, cooking, and cleaning. And if that doesn't sound like the perfect man, check out his killer smile and mild personality. Oh no, Hero! And now, once again, it's time to introduce the star of the show. Dim the lights, please. She emits beauty. She exudes grace. She truly has the most face. Yes, you know who we're talking about. She's all that is amazing and wonderful, and she is just about to set foot on this very stage. She's the one, the only, the magnificent. Oh. She laughs like an anime villain. And the dramatic flip of the fan. An excellent entrance, my liege. Ah, yes, it is me. Hello, my stupid, adoring fans. These people like you. Why would you call them stupid? We love you, sweetheart. Yeah, you're the best. That laugh. It reminds me of Junko from Danganronpa. Don't look up anything about her if you have not played the game. Don't look up anything about the game if you haven't played the game. Just don't. Spoilers. Spoilers abound. But if you know the game, then you know. Sweetheart, we have brought 3 of the best bachelors in the world onto this stage. Will today be the day that one of them steals your heart? Let's start with some questions. It's like that random show I can't think of. One thing that Sweetheart values most in a companion is complete and total obedience. Is that a companion then? Or like a pet? An assistant? Like, companion or partner implies like equal partnership. Do you, contestant number 1, agree to pledge your allegiance to Sweetheart for the rest of your life? Contestant number 1, what is your answer? I find it interesting too. I imagine this is done purposefully, that we have Sweetheart, who is asking for total loyalty, 100%. And it makes sense then that these contestants don't have names. Like, sure, there's this game show element to it where like contestants purposely are not given names, but usually when that happens in game shows, granted game shows or even game shows aren't a reflection on reality, but usually when that happens in game shows, they also don't show how they look, because it's like, we not only, because the whole purpose behind that is to make it seem like, oh, it's blind and like they're choosing for love and their answers. And so that's why there's this idea of anonymity. So you can't be impacted by any stereotypes behind their name, but also this of like how they look kind of a thing. But here that's not happening. So she can see them. She can make judgments upon how they look. So the idea that there's no names that are being said almost makes it seem like that's purposeful, because if you don't have a name, then it's one step closer to the slavery that she kind of wants. Like, oh, this is already what's gonna happen if you're in a relationship with this person, so we're gonna help you along the way by taking away your name now. Like, that's kind of the feeling that it gives me. Is it actually what it's doing, or is that done on purpose? I don't know, but that's my impression. Sure. I don't know. Guess. Playing hard to get, I see. What do you think about that response, Sweetheart? Just 3 feet tall. That is much too short. Send him off to the dungeon. Okay, so wait. If people are not tall enough or pledge their like undying loyalty, you don't only reject them, you send them off to the dungeon or jail or whatever. I also like how this kind of plays into the meme of women wanting men who are a certain level of height. I feel like this is a meme on the internet where it's like, you have to be at least 6 feet tall in order to date me. Because that, I mean, granted, here is not 6 feet tall, but that's kind of also what the game seems to be leading into, is these stereotypes that people have about dating before they actually get to know the person. Even though personality is, of course, more important. What did you say? The dungeon. Oh! You just appeared. What's on... Oh. Help me! Did they just, like, disappear into the ceiling? Like, is that what that thing was on top of their head? Like, wires? Now, on to contestant number 2. We ask you the same question. There's no right or wrong answer. Just answer truthfully. That's not true. Like, that is definitely, like, social pressure right there. Like, general pressure. But also, like, peer pressure. You're in this room of people who worship this person to the point where they sold their house, their soul, their college fund. There's so much pressure here. Contestant number 2. Will you pledge your allegiance to Sweetheart for the rest of your life? But no pressure. Just answer truthfully. Well, sure. If that means I won't get sent to the dungeon. Right. Oh yeah, just answer truthfully. No pressure. My word, this one. His very being offends me. Take him away, boys. Zoomer. Yeah, I still got him. How many people are in the dungeon because of this? And is that the treadmill room? And why would people still like this person when they see this happen? Contestant number 3, it looks like you're the last one standing. But you know, no pressure when you're already having a hard time with people pleasing. I'll ask the same question one more time. Again, like, no pressure at all. Saying that does not mean there's no pressure. To you, Hero. Hero's the only one who got a name. Agreed to pledge your allegiance to Sweetheart for the rest of your life. Oh my god, Hero, I swear, do not agree to this. Well, no, that doesn't seem fair at all. Why would I do that? Oh, thank you. My, this one. He's absolutely immaculate. I mean, his hair is wild. Which is, I mean, it's not bad, but I wouldn't describe him as immaculate. Could it be a sweetheart in love? We've also already seen, like, the devastation of Sweetheart's love with Captain Space Pirate boyfriend, ex-boyfriend. We've seen that. So, like, that wouldn't sound appealing in my mind. Granted, I'm not these characters. What an exciting turn of events. This must be fate, a match made in heaven. Also, was that romance public? Like, did people know about that? Oh, wait a minute. But I just said, yes, you'll do just fine. Is Sweetheart only attracted to people who actually tell her no? Like, in an assertive kind of way? Now, what was your name again? It's Hero, ma'am. Hero, my hero. We must go to my chambers at once. Whoa! Whoa. Hero did not consent to that. Consent is important. Consent is very important. Guards, I have chosen my suitor. You can't force consent. There are other words for that which are not great. Take him away. Nope. No. Omori, yeah. Guys, please do something. You help your friend. Help. Oh, Hero's gonna marry Sweetheart. No. Kel? I didn't see that one coming at all. Kel, what are you saying? We have to help him. Yes. What do you want me to do about it? I don't want to go to the dungeon. Kel, you're so useless. Hero, you have to reject Sweetheart. It's time, Hero. Your princess awaits. That laugh. I don't think she's gonna listen to me. Just do it already. I like how Aubrey's like, this is the time to be assertive. If anything, if there's any time, now is the time. Practice being assertive. Okay, I'll try. Excuse me, sweetheart, ma'am. Ah, yes, my lovely hero. How I yearn for the sound of your sweet voice. Say my name again. I also find it interesting that the character who has like the most charm and the most charisma has the hardest time with saying no and being assertive. Ah, wow, that's so nice of you. I mean, you can do this. Why do I have to do this? I'm sorry, sweetheart, but I'm not interested. Why, whatever do you mean, my prince? This is all really flattering and all, but you know, we only just met like a few minutes ago and, well, I have to reject your, offer. Oh, pish posh, don't be silly, Hero. I've never heard anything sillier. It's true. I'm sorry, sweetheart, but I don't want to marry you. Oh, that turn and that like switch. When I think of people pleasing, I think of this idea that we base our actions on other people. So we want other people to be happy, or we don't want other people to be upset. And so we change what we do because of that. Which is kind of this idea of really thinking that we can control how other people feel. Because if I'm saying I don't want someone to be upset, it's kind of like saying I can control someone else's emotions. Which we can't, but it doesn't stop us from trying. Because we don't like people to be hurt, and we want people to be happy, right? But all of that is what I think of when I think of people pleasing. And so a lot of times what that means is we put ourselves last. We say yes to people a lot. And we have a hard time being really assertive and saying, no, I don't want to work on weekends, or no, I'm not going to do this thing or that thing. And that's why people pleasing is what comes to my mind when I think of Hero, because Hero's having a hard time saying no. And the times when Hero can be assertive, the times when Hero can speak up, is often for other people. It's when Hero wants to speak up on behalf of his friends. So, and that by itself is still people pleasing, because Hero's trying to make his friends happy. And I think that when we first start setting boundaries, we're having a hard time with people pleasing, it can be extremely terrifying because we're afraid that whoever we are setting boundaries with, whoever we're telling no to, whoever we're being assertive with, will have some kind of a huge reaction. That they will explode, that basically will come back and bite us in the butt. Or even worse, that will disappoint people. And that fear is very valid. It's a very valid fear. We do things for a reason. We do things for a purpose, including people pleasing. If we're doing that, something has happened that has caused us to really try to put ourselves last or put other people first. But if we have people in our lives who are genuinely there to support us and listen to us and want to be equal partners with us, whether that be friends, romantically, whatever, people like that, people who have healthy relationships, who want to have healthy relationships with us, don't have explosive reactions when we are assertive. A lot of times they're actually happy that we do that, because it's hard to have the quality relationships with people if they don't know what we like, if they don't know what we want. And I think that is a really hard thing to see when all we've known is people pleasing. But once we take some amount of vulnerability and we start saying what we want, it's with healthy people, it's a little easier to see. It's always hard to do. But this is what comes to mind when I see that Hero is really trying to set this boundary here. I can see there being that a lot of that fear about, like, will there be this explosion? And the way they did that dramatic, like, drop in everything, it's like, this is the explosion that I think a lot of times we're afraid of. And can that happen? Yeah. But does that usually happen with people who want those kinds of healthy quality relationships? Usually it doesn't. And if it does, they're usually willing to talk to us about it afterwards. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts about that, though, because everybody's going to have different experiences. And I'm also speaking about this in a very general way, because that way I feel like it's a lot easier to relate to, and I also don't know you. But this is very general thoughts on, like, people pleasing in general and what I feel like I'm seeing on the game. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on, people pleasing and being assertive and things like that. Anyways, back to the game. This is preposterous. No. This is blasphemy. Blasphemy is an interesting word. Usually blasphemy comes up when we talk about religion. Makes me think back to how I wondered if it was a cult. You dare reject Sweetheart? The music's different. Everyone loves Sweetheart. You hear me, everyone? Send him off to the dungeon. Hey, stop right there. You can't take Hero. He belongs to us. What's this now? What is a non-Sweetheart fan doing in the audience? Ah, I see. You must be Hero's fans. The nerve of you lot. First you make a fool out of me, then you interrupt me during my own show. I'm the one who makes the rules around here. Guards, take them away. Oh, they're swords! That's what it is. Now you've done it, Aubrey. Really? Oh man, now we're all stuck in the dungeon. Sorry guys, it's my fault that we're in this mess. No, it's not. No, it's not, Hero. No one could have predicted that would happen. Mustache Mole, you laugh like Sweetheart. You fools. Don't you recognize me? Oh. It's me, Rosa. The #1 Sweetheart fan in the world. I told you that you'd all pay for crossing me. Curses. We've been bamboozled. I should have known you were behind this, Rosa. It's true what they say. Revenge is sweet. Now rot, you peons. Rot in the dungeon forever. So did Rosa learn their laugh from Sweetheart? Dang it, now how are we gonna ever get out of here? We'll find a way. Come on, guys, let's think about this. Where do we even start? It's not like they just leave the gate unlocked. Would they? That would be awfully silly of them. I'm very curious what's up with these pots. This looks like a job. Oh, for Aubrey. Okay. I like how the background behind the photo changes every time. Oh, just break them. I was expecting there to be something in them, almost like with Zelda. Got ramen from the toilet. What's this? Oh. Can I? Is that pickles? Hey, it's Mari! Mari, help us. We're stuck in the dungeon. Oh no. Oh. There you go. Now come here and enjoy a nice picnic with me in the dungeon. I promise you'll feel better right away. What? Let me just destroy all these pots first. Oh, we got tofu. I'm gonna have tofu and pickles. This is my dinner tonight. What is this? I'm gonna save. Okay, let's see. What happened? A lot happened. Hero was assertive, and it was great. And I also noticed afterwards, Hero blamed himself, like, it's my fault that something happened. Like, there was a consequence for being assertive. And that is a very common thing that happens where we are assertive, and then people aren't happy about that. And something happens, there's some kind of a reaction. But just because there is a reaction to a boundary or a reaction to being assertive doesn't mean that we have to change that. So just because, let's say I have a boss and I tell them, like, no, I don't want to work weekends. If they get upset by that, that doesn't mean I have to change what I'm saying. It may feel really uncomfortable, but if we are constantly adapting every single time someone gets upset by something, that's when we start, that's when people pleasing comes in. I really like how Aubrey immediately said, basically what I said, like, it's not your fault. In this situation, it was a choice between going to the dungeon or being in a relationship that you don't like. So two, not so great things. This makes me think back again to this idea of not if mental health shows up in this game, but how. And I think people pleasing is something that is really hard to talk about in a very general sense, because it's really easy for us to feel like we have no choice but to always put ourselves last. It's really hard to talk about that in a very general sense. But I think that if we've somehow learned that we can't set boundaries or things like that, it's really hard to be assertive. And we get stuck in this cycle of people pleasing. And that's really hard. It can be really hard to sometimes see that there is a possibility for us to be in relationships where we don't have to people please. And there are relationships and situations out there where we can set boundaries, but if we've made it a habit to people please, it's hard to see that. I would love to hear your thoughts on this stuff in general, but even just your thoughts on how the game is going, and I will see you guys in the next video.